When I signed my prenup, everyone said I was the smart one. I was protecting myself. That's what I believed. It wasn't until much later that I understood my husband had used my ambition as the collateral. We were engaged when he said the word, prenup. Not cold, not tense, over dessert, candles, his hand over mine. You're successful, he said. I'm successful. We should protect what we've built. I'd just been promoted. My income finally matched my effort. So when he said protect, I heard respect. His lawyer drafted it. I assumed mine revised it. In reality, someone skimmed it and said, "Looks standard." I signed without hesitation. No shaking hands, no instinctive resistance. The agreement was clean. Anything owned before marriage stayed separate. Anything earned individually stayed individual. No claims on each other's businesses. It sounded adult, responsible, the kind of agreement financial podcasts applaud. At first, it seemed to work. He had a company that was always about to break through. I had a salary, benefits, predictability. Because his income fluctuated, mine covered our base life: rent, groceries, insurance. His money went back into growth. We'd rebalance later. That was the plan. I told myself I was the stability, the scaffolding. I cooked, I managed calendars. On weekends, I handled bookkeeping, temporarily. Because I was better with systems, he called it our grind. The paperwork always had his name on it. The sacrifices escalated quietly. I paused retirement contributions to free up cash. I used my credit to secure a line for his company. I edited pitch decks late at night, proposals, client presentations. When he landed a major client, he introduced me as, "This is my wife. She's basically our operations team." Everyone laughed. I didn't correct him. I wanted us to win. The company grew. New office, new staff, new clients. At home, nothing changed. I still paid the rent, still covered groceries. We reinvested everything into growth. That phrase became permanent. The first crack came at a dinner party. Someone asked jokingly, "So if you two ever split, who gets the company?" He didn't hesitate. "It's mine," he said. "She has her career. We're both protected." I laughed. My mind stopped. I couldn't explain how I was protected. I didn't own the company. I didn't own the house we'd purchased through the business for tax reasons. My salary was the only thing with my name on it, and it was underwriting his risk. 2 years later, he came home calm. "I think we should separate." I wasn't surprised. The distance had arrived months earlier. Trips I wasn't invited on. Late nights. Language shifts. My business. The business. The company. Friends reassured me. "At least you have the prenup." I repeated it. "I'm protected. I'm protected. I'm protected." In my lawyer's office, I watched him read what used to feel like safety. He didn't look angry. He looked tired. He pointed to a clause. Any growth in his premarital business remained his. Any assets purchased through the business for strategic purposes remained his. My income went to living expenses. His went to growth. "You subsidized his empire," he said. "So what am I entitled to?" I asked. "Not much." Then he said it. "You didn't sign away property. You signed away growth." I cried one night. Only one. Then everything went quiet. Clear. If the prenup said I had no claim on what he owned, it also meant He had no claim on what I built, and we had both overlooked something. I had designed the systems his company ran on: client acquisition, onboarding, pricing structures, the conversion logic that turned chaos into revenue. None of it was registered as his IP. We never thought it mattered. I didn't fight him. I let him keep everything: the office, the staff, the logo, the clients. I took a modest settlement, enough to breathe, not enough to rebuild his lifestyle. He expected a war. I gave him closure. That confused him. Then I reached out to 3 former clients, not to poach, to reposition. I offered a service. I build revenue systems for founders who want control. Within months, I had a waiting list. A year later, someone forwarded me an email. His largest client was leaving, not to follow me, to leave. "Your service has declined," they wrote. "Your processes feel broken." He called me once, late. "What did you do?" he asked. "Nothing," I said. "You just removed the free labor." The prenup didn't protect me from losing what I helped build. It protected me from ever rebuilding it for him again.